Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.
And a beautiful morning it is, my dear friends. Good morning. It is Wednesday, hump day, and you know what I always tell you. It's all downhill from here in. It's going to be a smooth sailing on into the weekend. But welcome into the hottest spot in town. We're talking about Sunshine's Corner, where you can feel comfortable talking about those difficult conversations. And this is why I so graciously invite you every single day to tell somebody when it's something you want to talk about, when it's something you feel like you can't be trustworthy talked about. This is where you need to be. We're only here to make a difference. We're only here to be that informative person that you need that's going to look out for our community to make a difference. I'm talking about across the entire Gulf Coast. So I encourage you, if there's something you would like to talk about, reach out to me. Let's talk about it. If there's something I'm not saying that you think I should say more about, I'll research and find out. We'll talk about it. But the fact of it is, welcome in to the hottest spot in town. We're talking about Sunshine's Corner. And today being Wednesday, you know, I always call it my midweek motivation, because I think by the time we get to Wednesday, it's a little bit, you need a little pep to get it started. And today we had to make a few changes, but that's okay. I made a phone call this morning because sometimes things happen and there's things you cannot prevent. But you know, I'm a talker. I'm always ready to talk. And today I brought in a very good friend of mine that's going to be talking with me, because we're going to be talking about some things that's so important to the community. I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to hold back on calling today, 850-432-7768. and join in with the conversation. Let's welcome in my good friend, my standby. I call him, this is my Gail. This is Oprah and Gail. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Sunshine. Thank you for allowing me to come on the show today.
Look, listen, I appreciate you, because look, I tell you, sometimes things happen and you just don't know what you're gonna do. And I said, oh, let me call Eric. Okay, but look, thank you for accepting this, Dr. Martin.
Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I just love everything that you've been doing on the show.
Oh, come on. It's all divinely orchestrated by him.
Yes.
You know, because I never would have thought that I would be doing this right about now. Because, you know, I've been talking about things, but it did not work out until now. It's God's timing.
Exactly. God knows when and where everybody's going to be at and when they're going to be at. And he opened them doors exactly when he know it's time for you to have them doors to be opened up and open wide.
Absolutely.
And you have stepped into it.
Well, you know, first of all, we want to talk about, we're going to congratulate all the winners from the local election yesterday. That ended last night. There were quite a few that won, and congratulations, guys. You know, you got 4 more years to come out and do some things to make a difference in the community. You know, and I say to anybody, I don't think I could be a politician. Because of the, I don't think I could do it. But the fact of it is, my hat's off to them for all that they do. For everybody who stepped up yesterday, keeping the information coming out about this election season, how everybody came together to make sure the importance of voting locally, not only with the general election that's coming up in November, but the primary that was here locally. It is so important. That catapults you into the general election that's coming up. And you were letting people know how you had gotten yours even mailed in.
Oh yes, I'm like all about voting. For me, I have always had a chance to vote. When I was as a child, my parents always took us to the voting polls with them. And so I always saw the excitement that all these people had when they was going into it and coming out. I grew up in a small town, so everybody know everybody.
In Philadelphia,
Mississippi. And just being able to watch the enjoyment that people had to vote, it was instilled in me. And so I always voted. I never missed a chance to vote. Absolutely. I love that right that we have. So many people have sacrificed so much and died for us to have the right to vote. So I don't take it in
lightly
vain
at all.
Not at all.
And you know what, we got to also realize this now. You got to make sure you go out and vote, because they're trying to take that away.
They are. If you pay attention, they are. That's why we did so well in the last with general election, but with mail-in ballots, that they went right behind that and changed those laws.
Exactly.
So that every year that at the
It's
end of the
something
year
else.
that they erase and
Got to start
eliminate
all over.
everybody that's have a mail-in ballot, and they have to start all over. So you have to do a little extra work to make sure that you get your mail-in ballot in
But that's
each
okay.
year. But that's okay, because we're going to do what we need to
you
do.
got to do. Because we got to do it, but we got to make sure it's done. But
Exactly.
again, I say I want to congratulate all of the winners that from yesterday locally. Now we have got to put in first gear. And when I say first gear, we're talking about the general election that's coming up. This is the
Yes.
presidential. Yeah, and even local, going to be voting on all those amendments and everything. You make sure. Let me reiterate something that Robert Bender said when he was on with me last week, that you can go down to the supervisor of elections office. You can even get a sample ballot. You can get that sample ballot, go through, study about the amendments, everything that's on there that you're not sure about. You can take that sample ballot with you in to vote and make sure you scratch in the right place. You know, I thought that was good. Thank you, Robert, for letting us know that. So therefore, you don't have to sit there if you're not sure, because that ballot is going to be so long and so filled that you'll have everything on there to make sure you're voting for what you really want.
Correct. As an educator, what I would do, I am going to take those amendments.
Right.
I'm going to do a little education on there, and then I'm going to break it down in simple terms, and I'm going to post that on social media so people exactly get the gist of what they're trying to say, because they have words in there that will twist what you're thinking that it's saying, and
If
it
you don't
really does
understand it.
not mean that. And then you be voting for something that you're thinking that you should be voting for, and you really shouldn't.
And one word can change the whole narrative.
One complete word.
Can take the whole narrative and change it to a different outlook.
Yes.
But look, please be a part of this conversation today. Now let's go on and talk about some other things. I want to talk about the convention last night. My overwhelming, tears.
Yes.
I was literally crying.
I had friends that told me that they was crying. I felt it. The spirit, the energy, I believe God is in the place. He was there. I can see it on the people's face. I can feel it in my living room. It was such an amazing night. Monday night was good, but Tuesday night was on top of it.
No, let's use my word. Tuesday night was off the chain.
Off the chain.
The chain broke. I say that because with all of the speakers, and I'll tell you what has really, what I've noticed. I'm all about being positive. I hate negativity. And when you strive on negativity, that brings in more, and that brings you down. And what I could see is that there was not a whole lot of you're not this and you're crazy this and you're not that. But there were so many things that were talked about that's really factual
Correct.
of what we're going through. And I think that's called that renewed sense of hope that we as a people should have. A renewed sense of hope that's contagious right now. And I tell you, let's pass that around. I mean, if you had the opportunity to watch it, and I don't care how late it's on, I'm gonna sit there if I'm dropping a few and catching them, I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? To go back and watch it all. It's a contagious a surge of power, of positiveness that I think that we're trying to show the world,
Yes.
the country, that it can be done.
Yeah, the level of positivity, bringing unity together, incorporating everybody into it. It was so positive because they was not saying because you're a Democrat or because you're Republican or because you're undecided. They was including everybody in all the speeches, and it was so beautiful to finally hear some great positivity words being spoken and not really putting down anyone.
That's what I'm talking about.
They
You're
was not putting
hearing
nobody down.
anybody's name. You know, because you know my name. I mean, you know my nationality. I mean, but okay, so what?
Yeah.
I think God is just a beautiful, everything is just so beautifully colorful. Okay? And it's just the fact that I love that so much, and that gave me hope. And I'll tell you, if you remember way back, this was during the time when President Obama was running, and he said that don't boo, just vote. Do you know I got that T-shirt that I had made? And listen, it doesn't matter. Let me emphasize this. It doesn't matter who you vote for. But the fact of it is, what you need to do is take the time to research. Don't take what somebody else says. Do the real research on a person and then know for yourself, because it's not your business who I vote for.
Exactly.
It's not your business. What I am really capitalizing and talking on today is the fact of all the positivity, the energy that was there, that I could feel, that I felt even through my TV screen.
Yes.
And that's what's so contagious now, that contagious power of hope. Let's say that again. That contagious power of hope. And hope is what we need. We've been lacking that. We've been lacking the positivity. We need that back as a country so that we can move ahead positively.
Yes.
Because look at things like that. I think it affects people even with what we're going through with the world today, how it is, even with the economy. Come on, Eric.
Yes. I just love great leadership. And that's what I'm looking at, is who can stand up and take the hard questions.
That's right.
Do the hard job and really truly set an example for the country. What you do represent everyone that lives in the United States of America, and how you step out and do the work and showing that you're doing what you need to do as a leader means a whole lot to me. It's not about antics.
That's right.
I'm over antics. I'm done with antics. That's done in the past. So we need to look at leadership. We're tired. We have too much to lose to be playing around nowadays.
No doubt.
People's lives are at stake.
We all deserve a better life.
Exactly.
Not just somebody. Not just any. We all deserve a better life.
Not just the 1%.
That's right.
But everyone.
Everyone.
We're struggling out here these days.
Today, I don't know about you, but I mean, when you go to the grocery store now, I mean, my God, it's like you got one bag, you spent $50, $60.
I just purchased eggs this morning. They was $10.
You see what I'm talking about?
For eggs.
And I eat eggs all the time. I mean,
like,
but these are just examples where I'm saying this contagious hope that we're trying to spread, that we're trying to get in. I want you to let's talk about it. We've got that contagious hope. We've got that contagious hope that we're going to share with everybody. And please be a part of this conversation, because today I want the show to be centered around hope. Centered around positivity, because I'm going to be sharing some other things with you as we get deeper into the show about some of the positivity that we're trying to show as a people that we can do. So please, 850-432-7768. I don't care which way you want to talk, what you want to say, just talk about it. Like I said, this is a place where you can feel comfortable doing that. Stay close, 850-432-7768. Call me up. Sunshine's Corner on Black TV.
Navigating healthcare is hard. Baptist makes it better. With convenient locations, easy scheduling, and skilled, compassionate doctors, all when you need us most. The next time you need care, let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Empire Truck Sales, located at 2255 West Detroit Boulevard in Pensacola, is your Freightliner, Western Star, Detroit Diesel, and Cummins dealer for Northwest Florida. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., providing sales, service, and parts. Empire Truck Sales is also your Oasis dealer for Freightliner custom chassis RV and motorhome repairs. Running I-10 will get you in.
Many who consider facial plastic surgery are concerned their results will look unnatural. But with over 20 years of serving the Pensacola community, his thousands of satisfied patients have made Dr. Derek Jones a trusted reconstructive and facial plastic surgeon known for industry-leading results that look natural. Call 850-484-FACE to schedule a consultation at one of our locations in Pensacola and Gulf Breeze.
I'm Dr. Derek Jones. Trust your face to a facial plastic surgeon.
Animal Allies is looking for volunteers, and there are many ways that you can help. From taking care of cats to using your computer and social media skills, any and all assistance is greatly appreciated. We have morning and afternoon shifts every day or help at adoption events. You could even foster a kitty at home. And it counts towards community service hours for bright futures. Find Animal Allies Florida on Facebook and Instagram, or go to aaflorida.org/volunteer.
Keeping your family healthy can be complicated. Baptist makes it better with trusted primary care doctors for the whole family and trusted specialists at convenient locations throughout the region ready to care for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town, Sunshine's Corner, on this Wednesday edition, midweek motivation. Now, let me tell you about motivation. Motivation, yes, I do believe in my spirituality. Motivation could be keeping that contagious positivity going on. Learning a new word that's going to have a new meaning as you learn to use more words every day instead of using the same word over and over and over and over again. All of this is motivation. There's so many ways that we can motivate each other. And the fact of it is, this show here is all about the community and about positivity. It's okay. And Eric, I tell you, when we were talking about the fact that so many people that we saw that was watching the show last night, and how, I gotta say it, Michelle Obama just rocked the house.
She was just
She's
like the
such
headliner.
a great speaker. She is absolutely phenomenal. Even her husband said, "Oh, I've got to go behind her."
I was done. I was like, I'm done. When she got done, I was like, I'm done. Like, if you was not convinced before, after you listen to her, she got you. She got you. I was like, if she ever did decide to go into politics,
I think she's had her share.
yeah. Oh yeah. After 8 years of what they had to go through, plus the additional afterwards, I know that she done.
I'll keep reading her books.
Yes.
You know, I mean, because she has
Them long books.
those long books, but it's great long stories.
Yes, they're very well written. Some great details. I love it.
Absolutely. Now, we talked about that, and I encourage you to be a part of the conversation, 850-432-7768. But there's something I want to talk to you about, and I got the permission from her mother last evening to talk about this today. And we all know how fentanyl is just taking over and how deadly it is in our community. We know that we need more knowledge. We know that we need more education on the use of fentanyl. I didn't realize that fentanyl been around as long as it has, but it has taken a different toll on people. And I'm sure you've heard about the young lady about a couple of months ago that passed away from an overdose on fentanyl. And I spoke with her mother, and we've got a flyer we're going to put up that I want you to see right here. Jayla Michelle. Now, with Enduring Love, we remember, oh, come on, Forever 21, because she was 21. And that's her picture right there. But they are going to be, I mean, she is just absolutely phenomenal with her mom and what she's doing. And I want you to look at that picture, because what's going to happen is, you know how your phone will go away when you want to say something? But what's happening is she's making sure that people are aware of what this deadly drug is doing to our community. And her mom, Lakeisha. Now, what they are doing, they've got a visual that's going on this afternoon that's going to be taking place today downtown. And we're inviting the community to come out and support this young lady, because she's got a nonprofit now to bring up more awareness of fentanyl.
Yes.
And when I think about that, it is so heartbreaking. I tell you, Lakeisha, my heart goes out to her, because I don't know what I do.
Yes. Fentanyl has been ravaging the community, the cities, and families' homes. It's one of those deadly types of drugs that's so tragically.
It's a killer.
It's a killer. And I mean, just the smell of it, just the touch of it, it would take you out. Like when law enforcement have to go into these areas where it's at, they can't even be around it that long. That's how bad it is, how toxic it is.
Of course not.
And
I mean, it's just, I mean, It's absolutely amazing. But what
Yes.
she's doing, and I know it. She told me last night. She said still fresh, but she's got to do this for the remembrance of her daughter Lakeisha. And I want to tell. I didn't tell her this last night, but I went back through pictures when we did the play with Leroy at the Little Theater. I have a picture with her daughter when we were downstairs.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And I mean, but things like this, what I'm saying, we talked about this with Fenton already, how the code works. I got this here, if you're ready for a change. And the real change, this came from, we had the gentleman on with us for the hurricane preparedness over at the EAS, Emergency System, right
Yeah,
there off
safety.
W. But there are a lot of things that there are numbers that if you have people that need help, that you can call at 850-477-HELP. Start the real change and begin the journey of recovery. But please, if you know or even think about, you might know somebody that's involved with this, let this be a lesson. Reach out for help. You can call. It's a complete approach that they use to reach out for people who are fighting and struggling with this, because it's in pill form. I didn't know that. Yes, it is. You can get it in so many forms that it's deadly.
Yes.
So please, I'm going to hold this up. I don't know what, there we go. If you're ready for a change, there it is, the real change. Let's make that difference today, okay?
Yes. Even for people that have family members that's struggling with substance abuse, and this person that's on the substance abuse is not ready, but the family members are ready, you still need to be informed. So that number is for you to get yourself educated on what to do, where to go, when you need to, so that when that person is ready to get some help, then you already a step ahead.
And try, if you have to do a what do they call it?
The Narcan.
No. I'm saying that even though when we're saying that even when a person is not ready, we need to make sure that they're ready. This stuff is deadly. This stuff will kill you. And all I'm saying is I don't even know how to say it. I pray so much about, I have young people in my life, my son, my daughter, but I do that. I pray over them and I thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if we don't continue to talk about these things, then how can we improve?
Exactly. We have to have an open forum at the dinner table, in the kitchen, in the restroom. Like, you need to talk to your family members, your co-workers, like just a person at the ballpark about the severity of this deadly disease. And the more we talk about it, the more knowledge we're going to have, and the more that we'll be able to have awareness where we can start healing each individual person that's in life. A lot of people are struggling with so many traumatic things that has happened to them, and they're trying to find a way out.
Right.
And they're trying to cope, and sometimes people go towards substance.
I mean, and I think it's like, I think when I don't know what it is. I thank God. Now, in the business that I've been in for the last 30 some odd years, God, I've seen a lot of people do it. I don't know whether it was fentanyl, whatever. It's been offered to me 1,000,000 times. Thank God. I wasn't one of the weak people say, okay, I got my natural high. I don't need anything else. But the fact of it is, somebody may not be able to do that. And all I'm saying is this, though. Please, everybody, please, let's not let this go away. I've got Dr. Stromer's coming on. He's scheduled to come on because he's there. He's going to be on. We're going to talk about that and the so many deep things that's coming up with fentanyl.
Yes.
But the fact of it is, let's not bypass helping one another. And please, if you're out and about today, go downtown and help with Lakeisha and recognize and keeping Jayla. And she said her story, she want to keep Jayla's story alive.
Yes.
And I love it how she named it Forever 21. And that is so beautiful. Lakeisha, my heart is with you. I love you with a perfect kind of love. And I'll be there. I'll be there if I can. You know what I'm saying? In any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. But this is Your Sunshine with my good friend, Dr. Eric Martin, stepped in today to be a part of this conversation, to talk about things that are prevalent in our community, to talk about things that we know that we need to be aware of that's happening in our community. Don't just brush it under the rug. It's time now that we stand up to make a change. And I'm not going to say anything. I see it, but I'm not going to say anything. Wrong answer. Let's step up and make a difference together. That's the only way things are going to change in the community.
Yes, that's correct. And you mentioned earlier about inspiration, and I just want to mention you have so many great inspiration in your book that you had written.
Thank you for reading.
Over the last 6 months that you dedicated. And I think that those inspiration that's in the book is just such a highlight for people. And I think everybody needs to take a chance to definitely get a copy of that book and read that book. And when you're going through some hard times, some dark times, some struggles, you have some bite-sized inspiration that's gonna carry you through. We need affirmation. We need to talk to ourselves to get ourselves out of some of the dark places that we have in our mind. With God on our side, everything is possible.
Absolutely.
And I think that because you have that light in you, you have the Christian belief in you, and you're not afraid to talk about it.
Never.
You always, during boot camp, wherever we're going, you're going to preach the word, you're going to teach the word exactly how it is, how it was written.
Exactly.
And with that, inspiration is so good for everybody, and I think everybody needs to incorporate that into their daily lives.
It will be a huge difference, I'm telling you.
Yes, it will.
I mean, but and when he says things like that, we're going from here to here, but they all come together. Because if your foundation don't have any kind of faith to it, where you going? You don't know. Because you got to have something to fall back on. And truth is amazing. And in the book, you'll see there's a lot of truth that is based on that. Oh, yes, okay. She said, can I hold up the book? Oh, God, I tore my book at the bottom. But I got it. But hold it on your side. Maybe I can see it better. I got glare. But there's the book right there. Order your book today, and you will understand it's not a thick book, but it's kind of thick. But it's nothing but inspiration. I appreciate the fact that Eric was right there with me, encouraging me to write. And now I'm writing on my memoir. What are you talking about, man?
Go ahead. Author.
Amazon.com. You can get that book right there and enjoy it. And all I'm saying is this. You can do it too. Don't put a cap on what you can do. Don't stop that. Because you see, now let's go and let's inspire you in another way. You see, God gives it all to us. It's there for the taking. All you got to do is ask. He said, ask and ye shall receive. Knock, the door shall be open. He said, now seek and ye shall find. But don't you dare think that he's got that for just for certain people. It's to all of us. In the book, he teaches us, see, I trust and love you so much that I know that you're going to choose me. Because he said, choose ye today who you going to serve. Who you going to serve? Ghostbusters? No. Him. Okay? And all I'm saying, yes, now that's my foundation. That's my hope. All I have, my strength of my foundation of my life is Jesus Christ, my Savior. And I base that around every single step that I take every single day. If it were not for him, I don't know what I would do. There were some cases I think I would have lost my mind. But the fact of it is, with the things that I have learned to go through, he never told me that the road was going to be easy. He said, but I will never leave you. He said, but all you got to do, he said, I go back and I'm talking to us now. Just like in the book of Numbers, when you're like a piece of clay. He said, when you got to get that clay, you beat that clay up. It's hard. Put it on the shelf, break it down, and mold it into shape. Getting molded, it doesn't feel good. But can you withstand? Because you know what the final touch is going to be. I say that to all of us who are going through anything today. Let him be your leader. Let him be your light. And if you don't trust in somebody, you're going to fall for anything. Take the word. Don't just hear it. Put clothes on it and wear it. And watch the change that you're going to see. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. When you talk about the word and you wear it, you're going to be a different person. And sometimes you got to draw boundaries in things that are hurting you because of the not understanding where you are. Exactly. But when you get to that point and you know what the real is, as I break it down to just like layman's term, when you know what the real is, Eric, you're going to be there right there for him. Because he said, if you seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, he's going to add everything unto you, not some of it. But you see, you can't go straddle the fence. Which way you gonna go? Straddle the fence. You can't do that. All I'm saying to you is choose ye today who you're gonna serve. When these things that you're dealing with in life today, let him be that person that's gonna have that contagious that contagious hope that you need should be in Christ to lead through. Even you here with the presidential election now, people talking about Jesus.
Yes.
I mean, using that as a way that I see on some narratives that I hear I don't like, because I think you're only using that just to try to pull in some votes that you need. But I'm not trying to get a vote. I'm trying to save your soul. Because believe it, this is not the end. God, I wish I had Kingdom Walk on here with me today. I mean, if he would call, because he has some acronyms I would love to him to give us today, because he's absolutely phenomenal. All I'm saying to everybody is, I don't care what you may choose to do. If you don't have a foundation with Christ in it,
Scary.
We'll be back. Kingdom Walk, if you're watching, I want you to call 850-432-7768. Sunshine's Corner, Blab TV.
At Pensacola Habitat for Humanity, we believe every child should have a safe place to grow. That's why we work with you and the community to build not just a house, but a home.
She worked very hard to get this house. I really appreciate that, because, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now.
When you help build a home, you build a future. Pensacola Habitat for Humanity.
This is Wayne at Icon Automotive in Robertsdale, Alabama, and I want to tell you more about our Powertrain Warranty Forever. It comes with any vehicle we sell that has 80,000 miles or less at no additional cost to you. We put our vehicles through a tough safety and mechanical inspection before it can have the Powertrain Warranty Forever, giving you a peace of mind with your purchase. This warranty is good anywhere in the country, and it covers 100% of parts and labor with no mileage limit, and is covered as long as you own the vehicle. Come pick out your dealership car at non-dealership pricing with the Powertrain Warranty Forever at Icon Automotive.
Watch a new episode of Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m., hosted by Sergeant Melanie Peterson and David Craig. Your tips may be eligible for a cash reward, featuring items about officer training, various aspects of police work, and crime prevention information. You'll hear about upcoming family-friendly engagement events as well. Don't miss Crime Stoppers Wanted Fugitives every Friday at 6 p.m.
Go back to being a kid again. Head on over to Bubba's Sweet Spot. We've got house-made caramels, fudge, pralines, marshmallows, and lots and lots and lots and lots of chocolate. Looking for more traditional candy? We've got you. Our walls are covered head to toe in all the classics, from taffy to gummies and lollipops to gumballs. And don't forget our ice cream. With endless toppings and dipped cones, we've got what you're craving. Let us take you back to a time when every problem could be solved with candy. At Bubba's Sweet Spot.
He said 77 yesterday.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner. We are your information link right here in Pensacola. We are the show that's going to keep it real for you. We're the show that want to keep you incorporated in it so that you can feel a part of. It's not set apart to say that you can't talk or your views are not good. They are. I welcome them all. And I truly, truly hope that you can feel the realness that's coming through the screen from whom I have on the show, the conversations that we have, because I think until we learn to be able to talk about the difficult situations, we're not going to get anywhere. The conversation, I think if we're able to talk about it and be honest about it, then that's a different story. Sometimes we'll feel like we can talk for a moment, but we don't talk about the real issue that what we're feeling on the inside. So it's I think if some people, I'm not a people pleaser.
Exactly.
You know what I mean when I say a people pleaser?
Yes, a yes man, a yes woman.
Yeah. No, I have a thought process of my own. So if it's, don't try to do something just to please what I think. No, what are your thoughts? So let's learn to use those that we're all divinely given. Exactly. So that we can use them. That's democracy. You've got your right to use that. You can speak on some of the things that you want to speak on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for us to stop that, because what you see what the country is going through, you see how the narrative for it is taken. So we've got to be those people all over the world to take the bull by the horn, as my mother used to say, and do the right thing. It's time for us now, Eric, to focus on doing the right thing.
Exactly.
It bothers me that when I hear all of the no love, the hatred, I did not realize it was yet as deep as it is. And I think it's coming out even more. But maybe God wanted us to see that. When we were fooling ourselves, we thought it was all gone.
Exactly. Yes, He opened up that window so we can know what was actually in people's heart. Because as you know, what done in the dark,
come to the light. Every time, because that's a promise He made right there. You can bet on that. You know, and I think about all the things. It also teaches us something, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever we go through, what the country has gone through, haven't you learned anything from that?
History always repeats itself.
I mean, it's just the way that it is. And I want people to just really be honest.
Yes.
Learn.
Be human.
Huh?
Be human.
Yes. Learn to love one another and stop pretending. Love is an action word. Love is an action word. If that's how you love me, I sure don't want to see if you hate me.
Exactly.
So let's not do that, because let's learn the real. I think if we put the foundation that's strong and look out for the betterment of the country, I'm talking with everything now. And that's got to be with the beginning with Christ. And I'll continue to say that till I can't speak anymore. You know? And
I mean, God spoke love more in the Bible than anything.
Well, I tell everybody.
There was multiple times that love was spoken in the Bible.
Well, listen to this. Don't take me back there. You know there are 10 commandments, but I say it's 11. Because He said, now, when He gave the 10 commandments, He said, but above all these, love is greater. I call that number 11. Love is greater than in all of this. And if we learn to practice love and uplift with love, come on. You know, and be mindful of the things that we do that does not represent far as love. I didn't say that you have to fall in love with me.
Exactly.
But it says love thy neighbor as thyself. Can you do that?
And if you start loving, your heart be softened.
I mean, come on now. Well, in the book of Kings, what does He say? Come on now, soften that heart. All I'm saying is this. Let's don't just talk the word. A lot of people talk it, but your actions don't show it. Excuse me. Actions is what, like I said, love is an action word. And it just bothers me with so much stuff that's going on. And I'm just talking generally now. We've got, 2.5 months before this election come up. We got a lot of work ahead of us, people. We got, 75, 76 days. And all I'm saying, let's put some love into this election. I don't care who you are. Let's put some love in this election and make a change. Let's stop hating on each other because of what you think somebody else said. Let's stop hating on each other because of what you think, oh, I'm going to hurt this person for that. That's not going to get you anywhere. Let's stop doing that and really know how to love one another. Because just made me think about something. I hate a gossiper. Because they go out and they tell lies, and that let's say if there's something that you said out of love for somebody else, but then you take that and go another route with it, then that other person takes it in a negative way. Now you've destroyed something right there. You've destroyed something right there because of that, and division, yes. But it's like that. Don't do that. With this, what I'm trying to convey to you, it's up to us to be the solution. It's up to us to have the better solution. Not some of us, all of us. Red, yellow, black, white, or brown. We are the solution. Can't you do your part?
Yes. Like she say, do something.
Yeah, do something. Let me hear you say it.
Do something.
I mean, we can't afford not to do something. We cannot afford to sit around now and not do something. So let's all come together and do something. Sunshine's Corner here with you on this Wednesday. I tell you, I feel so excited. I feel with a motivation today that I didn't have on yesterday. I feel more motivated today than I did the day before. Because sometimes when you see so much negativity, it causes you to come around that you want to make that change. That cord has been broken that had that negative vibe over you. But look, let's do something together. ha. Right. It's that ha-ha moment.
Ha-ha.
But I say that, be the one that makes the change wherever you are. In your neighborhood, go out and be the one to make that step, to make a positive change. Can you do that? Will you do that? Can I depend on you to do that? I hope so. Don't you?
I believe so. I believe we all have it in us. We all can make the change. We can all live on positivity, and we can all spread love.
Absolutely. Even though we may be going through this struggling time right now, because there's a lot, let's be real. Now, even with this election, don't think it's going to be easy. Now, it's going to be tough. We got a fight ahead of us. We got a road ahead of us that we got to really acknowledge the fact that we have got to not just sit around now. Don't wait on anybody from David, calling you David, you're not the other one, from Robert Bender's office to call you to make sure. You call down there and make sure that you got everything together. Don't wait on somebody to come knock on your door to say, are you motivated? Are you sure you got everything together? Don't wait on that. You do that yourself. Don't wait for somebody to push you. Get motivated to help that somebody. Make sure that 2.5 months is going to be here before you know it.
Because right after Labor Day, we'll be waking up, and then it is voting time.
Thank you.
It'll be so fast.
Labor Day is what, 2 weeks away?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Yeah, September 4th.
September 4th.
September 2nd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
September the 2nd is Labor Day. I know what I got to do on September the 4th. That was in my head. But no, September the 2nd is Labor Day. But let's not wait until then. And you know what bothers me also, Eric, and I want this I'm trying to convey this to people that are watching today so we can stop that. Let's stop being that negative bug that's always going to try to put, I don't care what's going on, to try to add something negative to the equation. Let's take that away. And I know what she's talking about. I don't know. Get that out of your vocabulary, please. And I don't know why I got this person in my head. I mean, take it away. But it's time out for that.
Yes.
You know, use the fact of what we have to catapult into something that's even better for us, because we all need it. We all going through difficult times. So do something, my friends. Please do something. And don't just say you're going to do it, do it.
Do it.
Make a difference.
Educate yourself, spread the word so other people know, and then let them know where they can go get some education on there so they can do what? Do something.
Absolutely. And this is what I want to put in your head too. You think about what we went through back in 2020, 21. Whew. I'm talking about, you know what the entire country went through. You know what the world we went through with COVID. Okay, I'm taking you back to think why, how we're in this state of mind. You think about how many lives were taken or lost doing that. It was so heavy at one time they had refrigeration trucks to even put bodies in New York. Look what we have come through to be here today. Don't you think you need to do something so that we don't go back that way? Don't you think you need to do something instead of going back that way? Think about how many people we had to get. We were suffering in a pandemic that I never thought that I would live in my lifetime to see.
We never had to sit down like that.
I sat down for 18 months. 18 months that I was locked in my house. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean, learn to watch every Judge show there was. But I'm saying we don't want to go back to that. Look what we have come through. Look where we are today. So do you not feel what I'm trying to convey to you?
It's the seriousness of it.
It's so important that we do this. Let's not let this opportunity pass that we can have somebody to come in to make a difference so that it can affect everybody, not just a select group of people. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we all need help. And it's the time now that we got to do something instead of waiting on somebody to do something for you.
Thank you, politician.
No. Listen up, we're having a fun time with you today, and I'm just sharing the things that's so close to my heart that I want you to get them close to your heart as well. Stay close, we've got more. We're not done yet with Sunshine's Corner on Blab TV.
I just remembered it's election day. Are you going to vote?
I don't know. I don't think I'll have time today.
Millions of eligible voters in America never make it to the polls or even register to vote. When you don't vote, you're letting other people make decisions for you and pick the things your taxes will pay for. Voting is more than a civic duty. It gives you a voice about the priorities and the future of your community and our nation. Voting gives you a seat at the table.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
The Reesburg Institute, Pensacola's ear, nose, throat, and voice center. We welcome you to visit us at our convenient Davis Highway location in Pensacola. At the Reesburg Institute, we offer the most advanced treatment available in a calm, stress-free environment. Since 2014, we've performed over 1,000 cases in office of balloon sinus surgery, as well as septoplasty and nasal procedures using oral sedation. The in-office procedures result in a faster healing time. Visit us and feel the difference.
Hello, my name is Eric, and this was my first visit to Little John's. The selection, the pricing here, and the customer service were outstanding. I would definitely recommend. The staff was very friendly, and they'll get you what you need.
Hi, this is John with Little John's Big and Tall here in Pensacola, Florida at 5700 North Davis Highway. Check us out at littlejohnsbigandtall.com, where we can take care of you with extra large up to 14X and large tall to 6X tall.
And welcome back to Sunshine's Corner. I tell you what, Eric just telling me, girl, you can talk. I said, no, when it's something on my mind, there's so much that goes on. I want to share, like I said, get it out, make a difference. You know, now we're talking about the general election, which is 76 days away. Pardon me. But listen, October the 7th is the last date that you can register to vote in this upcoming election.
Yes.
So please write that down. If there are questions that you need to have answered, don't fail. Call the Pensacola Supervisor of Election. Call there. Robert texted me the other day and said, Sunshine, the show was so good, you can tell anybody, you can call my cell number. But I'm not going to give out his cell number. Call down there and then he'll talk to you. But get that information out, because you need to make sure, get your stuff in order. Everybody needs to make sure that they are heard. Everybody needs to make sure that you're there to cast your vote. It is utterly important. Don't miss out on that. October the 7th is the deadline to get your registration taken care of. As we talk more about the fight that we have fought and yet having to fight, we've got to make sure that we are fighting now from the heart and get out and do something. If you know of somebody who needs a little education on that, get out and do something. If you want to learn to talk about something instead of going around and talk about the negative, talk about something positive. Are you registered? Have you gotten all your paper in order? So that you won't have to make a change, that you won't have to miss out on this upcoming election? Don't misunderstand me. Every election is important, but this election is important.
Utterly important.
And I'm going to bring this up because if you have not found out, I want you to call Movement for Change and talk to Mr. Jerry McIntosh so you can educate yourself on Project 2025. He has it printed out for you with the sections that is highlighted that you need to educate yourself on some of the things that's trying to be removed from us. And I'm not just talking to us. It won't just affect us. We're talking to everybody. So my thought for you is call on Jerry McIntosh there at Movement for Change. He's got those documents there for you. There was a young lady who reached out yesterday who wanted them. And but you can get them. He's got it for you. I think he did a lot because that's a 900 page.
Yes.
Oh God, it's
like
huge.
925, something like that. It's huge.
It's huge. But the fact of it is that he went through it and broke what's that affects us the most so that you will have it. And I encourage you to do that. And Eric, I gotta say to you, I mean, you know, you took part of your day so that we could talk about the things that we talked about on the phone, how we're so excited about, you know, getting out and doing something that you can convey and spread the word as well. And I just thank you for coming in to be that person today because some changes came up late last night that I had to make sure, but that's all good. I believe that God always have a plan. And he never takes you to something. If he takes you to it, he gonna take you through it. And that's just my opinion about that. I think I heard something, but that's okay. And that breaks my attention. But it's all good. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something, to get out and do something, because we're doing some things today that are absolutely fantastic. And that is educating you on some things that you need to make sure that you are aware of and ready to do. Because 76 days, 2.5 months is right around the corner. Don't play about it, be about it. Don't talk about it, do something. And make sure you do that today. It's just been a fantastic hour. That's going by. I'm so, you know what gets me? When I ask them to call and talk about things that are utterly important,
they shy.
They shy. Don't be afraid to talk about what's going to affect your life. But when you see me, oh, Sunshine, I wanted to, but I was scared. Don't nobody see it. I mean.
And if it's a question that you have, it's a question that a whole lot of other people have as well. Right.
And I always tell people the only crazy question is the one that's not asked. Well, somebody must have heard me say something then. Good morning. Let's see. Let's take this call right here. Go on, Park. Here we go. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Sunshine.
Hi.
Hi, this is Tracy James. Good morning to you and Dr. Martin.
Good morning, love.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi. I just wanted to say I really enjoy the show. Thank you so much, Sunshine, for doing this show, and for Dr. Martin for what he does, for what both of you do. You bring so much light and love to everyone and everywhere you go. And the information that you're giving out is so vital and important. And people can't say they're not getting the information because you're bringing it to the people. So we really enjoy that. We enjoy the show. And again, thank you both for everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Tracy. That means the world to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Have a blessed
day.
Bye-bye. And you see,
Bye-bye.
just as Tracy was saying, what I try to do is I try to touch everything that's affected us in the community. I try so hard to touch the things that I put myself right there where you are, because I know if it's affecting me, it's affecting you. So therefore, if we don't talk about these things, you'll never get it done. And it is so good to hear, and I'll say this and I'll say this so graciously to my father, that everybody that I run into are telling me that they appreciate the show. They greatly appreciate the fact that we're working hard to keep the information coming out. And I'm going to do my best, as long as I have a breath in my body, to make sure that the information is there. Because I don't want our community to be lacked on anything.
No.
You know, some things change to try to stop my voice. But to God be all the glory. He had a plan already.
He had a plan.
He had a plan. You know.
Yes. I just think that, Sunshine, all this information that you're providing for the community is so essential. It's not just, oh, I got a show, I'm gonna just do this. No, you providing essential information that's so necessary for everybody to have. We do not know everything, but you're bringing in people that working on this and working on that, that's in this entity that is so vitally important for everybody, so we can save lives and educate each individual person. And so I even asked the community, if it's something that we need to know or that the community need to know, they need to reach out to you so everybody else can know the information too. Know what's going on, what's happening in the community, because it's vital so we can all be successful together.
Absolutely. And that's why I thank Blab for doing this for me as well. Now, this show is going to play a game this afternoon at 6 o'clock. So therefore, if you're at work and you didn't get to see it, and don't forget, go to my YouTube channel. They're all there. Don't forget, Cox Channel 6. Don't forget, you can get it on Roku. Just download the app. Don't forget, Amazon, download the app. All you've got to do, there are so many ways you can watch this show all over the world. The fact of it is, when you want something, you'll search for it. When you want something to make a difference, you're going to take that effort to be that person to do it. Tracy, I thank you for what you said, because I tell you, I'm up late at night again, trying to figure out ways to make it the best that it can be, because I believe that knowledge is power. And once we receive that power, use it to benefit not just yourself, but everybody in the community. Take the I out of the equation and bring it in as us. We, us, a family,
Together.
a community working together. Together, we can do so much more than we can individually.
With consistency.
Exactly, because I always say it. Yeah, what did I tell you in boot camp? Consistency works. Whether it's good or bad, it works. But we try to be that good part. And you're not going to find me talking too much, trying to put the negative things in your head. That's not my personality. I just want you to be successful. I want you to be that person that knows when it's something good, just do it. Just do something.
Just do something.
Just do something that's positive. Thank you, Michelle. Just do something that's positive. I tell you, it's been a great show, Erica. I mean, the time is going by. She's talking in my ear. We only got a few more minutes, but still, it has been, I just say thank you because I'm going to have to call Eric my Gail because, you know, with Oprah, you'll see every now and then she'll have Gail on when they got something, you know. But this is I thank you for taking that last minute because of the notice that I got. And it was too late last night to call. But when I got up first thing this morning, I was texting.
Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have this platform to be able to come out and just express my happiness, my joy of what's going on in the country today.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. And everybody, I'll leave you. It's just about that time. I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. I'd love for you to be a part of this show. I'd love for you to sponsor my show. Be a sponsor. Be a part of the show. I got this great big thing that I'm working on for breast cancer that I want you to be a part of it. It is not expensive, but I want you to be a part of it. Let's work it together. All you got to do is reach out to me and let's make it happen. I've got to go, but I'm going to leave you as I do every single day. Never, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. If you handle your situation like that, I'll guarantee you this, you're going to be a total success. So until 9 o'clock in the morning, know that I love you with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm gone. Bye for now. Thanks, Eric.
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.